Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn about how to size our website. That means we are going to add some additional dimensions to our website to bring a good looking dimensionary page, right? And without wasting any that much time, let me proceed further into the topic. At first I am opening our Visual Studio Code editor and the project file together like this. I am opening our CSS file. And the actual thing that I want to teach you here is, see here, this is the general concept, right? This is the general content that we emerged within one border, right? We have applied some top border and bottom border for this entire thing, and we have applied some background color. Okay, for suppose if I want to give some additional dimension for this entire thing, that means I want to bring this content only for some extent of this entire page. For that I can use the direct dimensions, right? For example, if I search this thing in our markup language, right? Where is oops concepts? I think it was in last. Okay, for example, if I search this thing, okay, I have given some ID like border chart for this entire aside element, right? For this entire aside element I have taken one ID attribute and given some reference name as border chart, right? For that thing I will include like hash border chart. Okay, I am taking this. Within this, if I give some width like direct dimension, right? This is the general direct dimension to give a width. Okay, if I give width like 500 pixels, okay, I am giving refresh here. Okay, see here, the thing will be resized to the 500 pixels, right? This entire dimension is measured with 500 pixels. That means we have changed the dimension of this aside element, okay, for of this aside element to 500 pixels. If I inspect this thing in our DevTools, like I am inspecting this, and if you see for the aside element, right, for this aside thing, if you see here, the dimensions will be changed to the 500 pixels. Okay, the dimensions will be changed to the 500, right? This entire thing, the width of this content box will be changed to the 500 here, right? And if I give this thing to like 700 pixels, if I give a refresh, then if you observe carefully, it will be set right to 700 pixels. And if you see here, the width of this content box will be changed to the 700 pixels. And as for now I will change it to the 500 pixels, okay, because I need that. Okay, this is the general dimension that I want to apply for my aside element, right? If you observe carefully, I have made some changes to my entire file, right? If I maximizing, okay, I have made some minor changes for this entire page, like I have applied some margin border, right? For my entire page I have applied some 3 pixel of margin. Okay, I have applied some 3 pixel of margin to my entire page, right? And I have added some left margin for these entire list items, and for this list items, and for this list items. Okay, these are all the minor changes that I have made generally, and this is the thing that we created together, right? And I have done some minor changes only. Okay, don't worry about all those changes, because I have used the concept that we have learned in our general videos. Okay, as for now I will minimizing it, and you can also mention the height of this thing also. For example, if I want to give height, and if I want to give 700 pixels, right? Okay, I am refreshing it. See here, the entire element, right, the entire aside element will be changed to 700 pixels. That means the thing that we are representing within this element, right? Okay, the thing that we are representing within this element, this entire thing will be turned to the 700 pixels of size. That means we are giving 500 pixels of width for this element and 700 pixels of height. Okay, this is the general thing that we can give our dimensions directly, and as for now I don't need it. For example, when you want to change this height to 700 pixels, okay, I am refreshing it. Okay, it will be not in a correct way that we don't want, but here you can also use one keyword like auto to set right the dimensions of this entire element as per the aspect ratio, right? If I am refreshing it, see here, the thing will be turned to the aspect ratio, general aspect ratio of this element, right? And that will be done by the CSS, okay? And this is the general thing that I want to include you in this video. And the another thing is, if I want to give some size dimensions for my picture, right? This is the image that we have taken to our website. If I want to change this image dimensions, right, we can make that things all in this HTML file, right? In this HTML file, as the attributes, we can change the sizes of the image. We can find the image by seeing this slide here. Here I have image, right? If I go this, okay, we can change the dimensions of the image here as the attributes. But if we want to make changes for that image in our CSS file, we can do the changes also. For example, if I take the markup language, and for this image, if I include something like attribute, like class attribute, and within this class attribute, I want to give my reference name as img. Okay, for this img, I will create one class selector with the same reference name img. And if I give some width to this image, and for suppose I am giving 500 pixels, if I give a refresh, okay, I think it is already 500 pixels. If I give 800 pixels, when I give a refresh, see the change here. The size of the image will be turned to 800 pixels. Okay, I want to change this to 600 pixels. Okay, 600 pixels. I am giving refresh. See here, right? This is the way how we can change our image dimensions within our CSS file. And if I give height as 800 pixels, it will be resized. But the thing is, it was not in a good looking manner, right? If I give this height as auto, okay, the things will be automatically set to the general aspect ratio of this image, right? It will be automatically resize it to the general aspect ratio of this image. And if I give here also auto, okay, and things will be set right to the general aspect ratio of this image. Okay, this is the general thing that we can made. But as for now, I don't want this. I want my image as it is like that. Okay, if I give a refresh, and one thing that you need to understand here is, okay, here we are giving the name as auto, right? For suppose I am removing this height, and I can also set this thing to the percentages. That means if I set this thing with 100%, right? The 100% here refers to the percentage with respect to the parent container. That means here for this image, the parent container is this thing. Overview of hoops. For example, the parent container of this image is this overview of hoops. Okay, for this overview of hoops, we can give the dimensions of this picture based on the percentages. Okay, when I give this width as 100%, it will be set right to the 100% of this entire page. That means it will be set right to the 100% for this parent container. Okay, when I give a refresh, if you see the page, the image will be set down to the 100%. That means it will be resized to the entire page. That means when I give a changes for my entire side, the image dimensions will be as it is like that. That means the image will be set right to the 100% of the parent container. That means the image will be not supposed to change their dimensions. Okay, the size of the image will be set right to the 100% even though we are changing the size of our window box, right? Okay, the thing here is, when we generally give the dimensions as values, right, we have given some units like pixels, that things will be applied for that specific picture, right? When you give the general values for your properties, like we are using pixels, right? When I supposed to use this thing in a pixel mode, that means I am giving this 500 pixels, and I am giving my height as 600 pixels. When I supposed to give these values as the pixel properties, right? And if I give a refresh, see here, the size of the image will be set right to the 500 by 600 pixels only. Okay, when I'm maximizing it, the size of the image will be as it is like 500 to the 600. Okay, the width of this image is 500 and the height of this image is 600. Okay, But if I give the dimension in respect to the percentages, like I am giving 100 percentage here. If I give 100 percentage, I am giving refresh. The sizes of the image will be set right to the 100 percentage of the parent container. That means it will be 100% of this parent container. Okay. For suppose I am giving my size as 50% for now. Okay. If I give you 50 percentage, if you see carefully, the image will be set right to the 50 percentage of this page. Okay. For example, see here. This is another half of the page. This is the half of the page. If I increase this size, the image is still like 50 percentage of this entire page. Okay, this is 50 percentage, this is 50 percentage. If I maximize this page, this is 50 percentage, this is 50 percentage. Okay, we can give the image dimensions as per the percentage values. That means based on the parent container, we can give the percentage values of the image. Okay, this is the one way to learn about the dimensions. And as for now, I am decreasing its size to our general format. And the another thing that I want to include you in this video is, for example, if you want to center the entire thing, that means if you want to center this entire whole thing, the whole body thing, you want to centerize to our web page, right? For example, if you observe carefully, you want to centerize this entire thing into this aspect ratio. Okay, for that we have a one trick rather than using the another all tricks, right? For example, you might be thought that you can give the margin as, if you give the margin as 100 pixels. Okay, when you give the margin as 100 pixels, you might be think that the entire body element will be set right to the center, but the thing is not like that. When I give a refresh, see here, the thing will be set right to the 100 pixels. Okay, that means the margin will be applied to the 100 pixels of the web page. For example, if I give a general thing, it will be 100 pixels. That means left margin here is 100 pixels, right margin here is 100 pixels, top margin 100 pixels, and if you go bottom, and the bottom margin is 100 pixels. Okay, this is the one thing that you can center the entire body elements. But the general formatting to center your entire body element for your general aspect ratio is, for example, I am minimizing it and I will remove this thing and I am set right to 3 pixels. As for now, if I give a refresh, it will be set right to normal. And as for now, I want to make this thing into my center page. For that, if I include something like body, okay, for the body I want to make my page to the center of the entire page, right? In the body, if I include some id, I will take id attribute. Within the id attribute, I will use center. Okay, within the css file, if I include something like hash with center, okay, I'm including. If I give my width of the body as, 800 pixels, right? 800 pixels. I'm giving refresh. See here, the body will be set right to the 800 pixels. That means the entire body element, this is entire body element. Okay, the entire body element will be set right to the 800 pixels of size. Okay, 800 pixels of size. Okay, if you observe carefully, we are including this attribute within the body, right? Within the body element, we have included this center attribute. That means we're gonna apply the changes for entire this body element, right? For this entire body element, we are going to apply our changes, right? For that changes, when you include this property width as 800 pixels, it will be applied to the entire body. That means when you maximize this entire body element size is 800 pixels. But if you want to center this entire body element, right? I want to make this entire body element at the center. For that, we have a simple trick like, if I include margin left as auto, and I will also include margin right also auto. Okay, if I give a refresh, when I maximize the file, see here, you can see that the entire thing will be set right to the center of our page, right? The entire body element will be set right to the center of our page. Okay, this is how we can set the entire thing at the center of our page with this simple trick. Okay, you can also give the same thing as margin 0 space auto. That means as we have already discussed, the second parameter will tend to go for the left and right side of the element, right? And when I give a refresh, see, there is no change in our general sizing of our web page, right? This is how we can give the entire element at the center of our web page. Okay, this is the simple trick that we can do, okay, by giving auto for the property, right? This is how we can give some additional dimensions to our web page, right? And you can do the same thing with by your own and go and size your website as per your general dimensions. This is the general thing that I want to share with you in this video, and we will catch up in the next video. Thank you.